Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. Lots of products to sell today. For a start, we've got obviously all the greenhouse products again, and we've got some wood products as well. So I'm going to start off by doing the wood products because they're the nearest to sell, and just down the road we need to take them, so it's not too far to go. So we're going to get them loaded up first of all. And I believe Daggerwin has spotted a good flatbed trailer in the sale, which we're going to need eventually for doing our bio bales. But we can also use that as well for doing the products as well at the yard, so it's going to be very handy. That it's not too expensive in the sale. It's only I think it was 9,000, 8 or 9,000. So he's probably going to buy that almost straight away, I should think, while it's in sale, and that will be very handy in the future. Now I'm going to try and not get stuck on this. Yeah, these are not the same products, so that's probably why they're not matching up too well. Yeah, that's not gone too well. I'll try not to stack those on top of each other. I'll do them separately. And of course, that is now in the way. Let's see if we can get around that. There we go. So we'll put this on, and then we'll get the other one stacked in front of that. I'll do the other long planks as well now. Got 2 pallets of long planks and 1 pallet of beams. So not an awful lot, but it's still going to be worth quite a bit. So these wood products are definitely worthwhile. The only sort of main source of income we've got really, the sawmill, and I suppose as well the greenhouse a bit as well. Not quite as much. The greenhouse is reasonable, but it's not amazing. It's bringing in decent money, but the sawmill, as we know, is always worthwhile having in this FS25 because wood products are worth quite a lot. And so I believe is wood chip as well, which we're going to hopefully have when we get this bio-baling done, when we eventually have the poplars ready to harvest, which is, I'm not sure when it will be, but I'm hoping it won't be too many episodes away now. It's not likely to be today, but it will hopefully be in the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes, I hope. Let's get that one back up right again. There we go. And we'll get this one on the trailer as well. I don't think there's any more. No, there's no more spawns, so it's just 3 pallets today, but that's still going to bring in hopefully a good amount of money, which we're going to need to put towards more equipment, like for example the bio baler that we still keep talking about needing, but we're putting off buying it because we don't know exactly when we're going to need it. We just want to make sure we have enough money to buy it when we do eventually need it. Right, so that's loaded, so we'll strap them and head off down to the playground, which is just down the road, and we'll see how much we get for these. When that's done, Daggerwin's going to hopefully be back at the yard with the new trailer, the new flatbed, and then we can get that loaded up with the greenhouse products. Because although they do fit usually do all fit on this trailer, it's not the most stable. It's best to probably have a bigger trailer for them, and then we don't have to stack them as high. I think that's part of the problem. Daggerwin was stacking them 3 high onto this trailer, which makes it quite unstable. I think 2 high is the limit really on this trailer realistically, unless you want to drive really slow. If you take it really slow, it should be okay on this trailer, but it does tend to flip over if you stuck it too high. As Daggerwin has demonstrated various times recently. I managed to get away with it in the previous episode though. Just going to take it really slow around the corners and stuff. Anyway, here we are at the playground. Let's get these sold. What are we going to get for these then? 24,500, that's not too bad. Pretty impressive. So we'll spin around and take this back to the yard again, and we'll hopefully meet up with Daggerwin there and start loading the new trailer. So we've now got 118,200 in the bank again. That's after Daggerwin bought the new trailer, so that's pretty good. We can afford to buy the bio baler, but I just wonder whether we should try and buy a new tractor. Because then if we have a new tractor, we can then run bigger implements. Both of us can do contracts and stuff with bigger implements rather than using this small cultivator and stuff that we've got. A few of you have suggested a mod cultivator that's a bit more, a bit wider, basically, so that would be quite handy to have. I just saw Daggerwin there appearing with the new trailer. So it's just the regular flatbed trailer that comes with the game. It's nothing too exciting, but it's cheap. That's the important thing. It was cheap in the sale, so yeah, it's going to be very useful. Right, so I'm guessing now we're going to have to load up all these products. Daggerwin's doing the water, so I'll get on with loading the products. We've only got one front loader anyway, so yeah, I'll just get on with that, I think, and then probably Daggerwin will take them, and we'll find out how much we get for these. Right, so we've got most of the pallets loaded up now. I've loaded the milk up, but it needs to go to the dairy. I'm not going to sell the wool though today because the best price for the wool is in the spring. As you can see, that April is the best month to sell the wool. We're currently in January, so it's on the increase, rapidly on the increase as well. So we're going to wait until April to do that. But we are going to sell everything else today, obviously. And yeah, we need to go to the dairy first, which is here. Well, we need to go to the dairy. The other products, I've just been looking, and well, the best price is at Goldcrest Valley as usual, but I don't really want to bother with renting the train or the barge or whatever. I think it is the barge on this map. So the second best price is at the Small Farmers Kiosk, but I was just trying to find that. I've tagged it, but I can't actually see it on the map, so that could be a bit tricky. It's not flashing, as far as I can tell anyway. Although it does say on when you go into the actual game, it says it's 400 metres away, so that's quite local actually. So we're going to head over there and try and find it. Just going to put the rear weight down because I think it'll be easier without that on the back. Although I can tow the trailer with the weight on, I think it's just probably easier without it. Okay, so we'll get the trailer on. I'm going to head over towards that direction and see if we can find out where we're supposed to take it. Looks like it's actually very near. It's only the other side of the river by the looks of it, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, I hope. But let's head down there and see if we can find it. Oh, I haven't strapped that pallet on. The milk pallet needs to be strapped. Don't want to lose that. There we go. Right, so it's now 385 metres, so it is near. It's not far at all. So we'll probably go there before we get to the dairy for the milk. I think we're better off going this way. Actually, I've gone the wrong way again as usual. I think we're better off, yeah, if we go up to the main road up here. As long as these don't sell, I don't think they will because they're all strapped. That's one of the sell points. Oh, need to go up here, I think. Yeah, as usual, I'm going the long way around. I always seem to. It's yeah, I'm not doing this on purpose. I just don't really think about where I need to actually go. Still learning the map, kind of. That car's going to come down here, isn't it? Yes. Oh dear. Yeah, that could have gone better. But anyway, we're back on the main road now. So let's head this way and see if we can find out where this kiosk is. It looks like it's just literally the other side of the bridge, so it really shouldn't be that far. The other thing we could have done is, I think we take it down there to the dock and then load it on the barge, and that takes it to Goldcrest Valley, as far as I can understand. Is this kiosk something that's not always there, or is it not always there? I don't know. No, it looks like there is something there. So let's give this a try then. It's weird that it doesn't show up on the map. But yeah, that is somewhere to take things to, so let's see if we can go through here? No, we can't. Okay, that could be tricky then. Possibly if we can get further over. There we go. Let's try not to get stuck. Right, so if we unstrap now, yeah, that's taking them. Good. I'm going to restrap the milk though because I don't want that to sell here. It probably won't even take it here, but just want to make sure it doesn't. And so yeah, this is, I've never noticed this before. I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, it's a little trailer that obviously sells produce. Although it's a shame it doesn't fill up. You'd have thought just by selling that there, it would have filled up all the baskets, but no, it doesn't. It does on the other map, when you take it to the farmer's market. So it's a bit of a pity that doesn't happen there, but not to worry. Anyway, so that's not too bad. I think we got about 18,000 was it for that? So that's brought us back up. Oh, I forgot to mention, Daggerwin did buy the cultivator, the new big cultivator, I think. I'm not exactly sure which one he bought, but he's bought one of them anyway. So he'll be doing cultivating contracts. He's already done one, in fact. I think he's just finished one. He's on to the second one. Right, so now we are heading to the dairy, which is just near the shop. It's not too far away. So I'm going to head there. We'll get this milk sold, and then I'll probably look at doing a contract as well. So we got about just over £7,000 for the milk, which is pretty good actually. Quite impressed with that. Best price though this month. January is the best month to sell the milk, it looks like, at the moment anyway. But we should be getting a good payout in the spring, in April, when we do come to sell the wool, because we're getting quite a lot of wool. We've got quite a few sheep now actually. They've reproduced a few times, so we've got quite a lot of sheep. Just trying to get the cultivator on. We're going to probably use the small cultivator because I've just been looking at the contracts and there's only really cultivating or dead wood or wood transport jobs to do, so it's all very similar. But we might as well do a cultivating contract. That's what Daggerwin's been doing. He's just completed his, in fact, so hopefully he's going to take another one out, and I'm going to go and give him a hand with that. With this cultivator on, I might put the front weight on. I'm not sure whether it needs it or not really. I would say it probably does. Probably sensible to put the front weight on. So we'll get that on. There we go. Looks a bit weird with the front loader on as well, but I'll just keep that on as well. It's that extra ballast on the front. Right, so I'm going to go and start another contract. I'm just going to see if he's going to take one or whether I'm going to do it. I'm not sure what his plan is now. But I think it would be sensible to get on with some contracts, because we do need to save up for this bio baler, or potentially a new tractor as well. We could potentially replace this John Deere with a more powerful tractor, which would be very helpful, because then we could put some bigger implements on it. Because this cultivator, as you know, is not the widest. I was actually just looking at the tractors, medium tractors, and something around 150,000 would probably be it's not too far out of reach. Like Zeta, I've got that in my other series, but that's a very good tractor, and you can also attach a front loader to it. Also the Kubota, not too expensive, or this Massey Ferguson here, this Massey Ferguson 7S. All those three are potential. John Deere is a little bit more expensive, probably don't want to be going that much, but somewhere around sort of 130 to 150 is somewhere around where we could potentially spend the money, especially if it can have a front loader. So it would be nice if we could get one of those three at some point. We're not going to bother with these because you can't put a front loader on them, and they're also really slow, mind you. The Zeta's quite slow as well. But the Massey and the Kubota are both 31. That's not too bad. Right, so what is Daggerwin doing now? I don't think he's... Oh, he has said something. Would it be good to move on? I was going to do a cultivating contract, but we'll see. So I've just suggested to Daggerwin we should do field 78, because it's not too far to go from the yard. It's not as far as some of these ones up here which we're doing. So we're going to accept that one, I think. Field 78 cultivating, accept the contract. Obviously not borrowing items. That's 8,700, so that's pushing us closer towards what we need to be able to buy a new tractor, or the bio-baler, whichever one comes first, really. We currently can afford the bio-baler, it's just whether or not we go for it now and then reduce our money to almost zero, or whether we wait, save up more, buy a new tractor, get more contracts done, and then with that money buy the bio-baler. I don't know really what's the best way of looking at it. But yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult, really. It depends how long this poplar is going to take to be ready, but the way it's going, it's taking many months. I can't remember how many months it's been so far, but it's been quite a few. So yeah, I'm not sure. But this tractor is so slow and weak, it would be nice to change it. We will of course get some money back for this as well. It's still got a value. It won't be that much now, it's got almost 12 hours on it. But it's still going to have a value, so we're going to get some money back for that if we do change it for a bigger one. Can we get to the field through here? How do we get to this field? I know I'm very close to it. I'm not sure the quickest way to get there. I think if we cut through the trees here, if we can get through. There's a gap in the trees. We should be able to cut through here. Daggerwin's right behind me. He's got a nice quick tractor. Not sure if he'll fit through there though. I can see the field. Here we go. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work though with two different sized cultivators in the field. I don't know whether, because I'm going to obviously take a long time to do it, whereas Daggerwin's going to fly over it with his big cultivator. But I'm going to set the steering assistance up. I suppose I could do the headlands while Daggerwin does the main up and down breeds of the field. I don't know. Either way, two of us working in one field will be better than one, especially this tractor. So yeah, I'll get on with this now. On a time lapse, Daggerwin's going to come and help straight away on the shore. He's right behind me, I think. Yes, he is. So yeah, we're just going to crack on with this and come back to you when it's done. There we go, that's the contract finished. Not sure how much percentage I contributed towards that, especially with the lag I seem to be having at the moment. Don't you just love rural internet? Anyway, there we go, it's finished. So we've collected £8,745 for that. So I think that's probably going to do us for the cultivating for now, I think, based on what Daggerwin's been saying. I think he would prefer to move time on to the next day, I'm not quite sure. And then we'll do probably something different. Should we go to February then buy the bio-baler? So Daggerwin thinks we should go for the bio-baler rather than saving for a new tractor. I will suggest it to him, see what he says, but I should think probably sensible to go for the bio-baler first. Let's just see what he says. Okay, so I'm blocking Daggerwin's way of it. I've just been. This is the trouble with typing. It's a shame Daggerwin doesn't want to talk through some sort of voice chat, but it's because he's playing with no sound. Well, I suppose I am as well, but yeah, I would be happy to do it, as I've explained before. It's just Daggerwin, he's saying he doesn't want to do that. Anyway, we'll go into that because that's Daggerwin's choice. So yeah, basically we've been discussing tractors, and he said I have to decide. So I don't know between the buy baler or between one of those three tractors I mentioned, the Massey Ferguson, the Zeta or the Kubota. I don't know which is the best one to go with. We can't afford any of them at the moment, but we are not too far away from affording the cheapest one of the three, which is the Zeta, which is 130,000 without a front loader. Obviously if you buy the front loader as well, that will add probably another 8,000 on to that price, so 138-ish. But at the moment we can almost afford the Zeta, but we're not quite there. If we had another, well, less than 10,000 really, but another 10,000 we're guaranteed we could buy it, but then that would of course completely drain our account to zero, and then we'd have to save up to another 100,000 again to get the buy baler. As you can see from this, that tractor is a lot quicker than this one. It would be nice to have a bigger tractor. I could sell the John Deere, and that would be enough actually. Yeah, that's true. If I'm just thinking aloud, if we sold the John Deere, we could afford to buy it today. That would be a big expense in one day though, because we've already bought the trailer and the cultivator. But I suppose that shows we're doing pretty well. To be able to buy three fairly high-end things in one episode is pretty good. So yeah, the only thing is I'm not sure I want to get the Zeta because that's the same tractor I'm using in my other series. I don't really want the same tractor in both series. So maybe the Massey Ferguson or Kubota will be the better one. Oh, difficult decisions. Yeah, I'll have a think. See what, I don't know. It's difficult to decide. We'll see what Daggerwin says. Right. So after much discussion and thinking about this, Daggerwin has noticed, and I didn't actually spot this. There is this Duckmaw Agristar, which is only 89,500. It's only 24 miles an hour and it can't have a front loader, but we could afford to buy that and keep the John Deere, which means we'd still have two front loader tractors plus an additional tractor which we could use on contracts and other jobs as well. It's 230 horsepower, which is pretty good. It's just quite a lot of horsepower really for such a smallish tractor, not a massive tractor. It's an unusual looking thing. I wouldn't say it's particularly good looking, but looks aren't important really. It's more important that we have something practical and powerful. We can have different tyres on it, although I don't know whether we want to spend too much money on this thing. It's not going to be like our main tractor, it's just an additional powerful tractor that we can use for other jobs and contracts and stuff, really. So I think we'll stick with everything as standard. Maybe, can we change the tyres? Yeah, we can put different tyres on it for no additional cost. Not sure which are the best ones really. They're all the same price, so we'll probably just keep it like that. That's fine, let's buy that. 126,000 in the bank. This is going to cost us 89,500, which means we've still got 36,500 in the bank. Plus we have a new tractor. So I think this is probably the best thing to do. So here we have it. So yeah, it is what it is basically. It's not exactly pretty. It can't have a front loader and it's only 24 miles an hour, but I think it would be very handy to have an additional tractor available for pulling the larger implements and doing contracts with the helper and stuff as well. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, pretty old and basic. It's not the most exciting tractor, but it's got a sort of charm, hasn't it, about it? It's wow, it's a weird shape in here. The cab is all, oh wow, this is so weird. Yeah, I've never driven a tractor quite this shape before. Not seen one in real life. Oh, traffic coming the other way. It's a funny looking thing, but it's going to do the job, I think. It's going to be a worthwhile purchase, hopefully. It's going to bring in money when we're not doing contracts. We can have this going, or any of the tractors really, it doesn't have to be this one, but we can have an additional tractor running while we've still got two tractors available for us to use. So I think that is quite a good idea. So the alternative was to sell the John Deere and buy a more expensive tractor, but then, although it would have been faster potentially, although the Zeta wasn't faster, that was 24 as well, but that would have had a front loader. But the Zeta was less powerful. This is 230 horsepower. That's quite a lot really, because the Zeta was only 100 and, I don't know the exact figure, I think it was around 170, was it? I can't remember. But yeah, I think this is more powerful. It does do 25 miles an hour, so it's not too bad. Yeah, I think this was probably a good idea. Daggerwin spotted, so I didn't even see it because it was down the bottom. I assumed it was in number order, like cheapest first, but this was down at the bottom, so it obviously wasn't. Anyway, back at the yard nearly, almost, and we'll show this to Daggerwin and see what he thinks. But I think, yeah, this was probably the best option for this particular series. It's one that I've not driven before, and I think it will serve as well. But yeah, I can't get over the cab. From the top it looks alright, but from the inside, or even from the outside, it looks fairly normal, but from the inside it feels really weird. It's that door, the way the doors are sort of at the front rather than the side sort of thing. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, here we are back out of the yard with our third tractor. Where are we going to put this? Not sure. It's going to get congested around here. I wonder if this would pull that big cultivator. I don't know how much horsepower that big cultivator requires. Let's have a look. Well, I don't know what it's called. Oh, that was it, wasn't it? There we go. It requires 180, so it can pull it. Wow. Okay, that's good. We can pull that big cultivator with this tractor. Let Daggerwin have a go on it. Yeah, I think, let me know what you think, but I think that was probably the best option out of the, well, potentially 4 options we could have gone with there. 3 of which would involve selling the John Deere, but this time, with this one, we could keep the John Deere and buy this at the same time. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Just been looking at the cultivation contract options, and actually there's another one just popped out, 9,200, so that will help bring some money back in. And that's just over at field 85, so I'm going to accept that one. And let's give this new tractor a go, I think, rather than having just looking at it like we've been doing. Let's actually use it. So we're going to hitch up to our brand new cultivator that Daggerwin bought, and we're going to head off down to that field. Oh yeah, Daggerwin's had an idea. We could sell the old cultivator, and we could purchase a larger one, the modded one, which would get the job done a bit quicker. I'll just say you can do. It's kind of up to him really on that. Don't want to be spending all the money on cultivators particularly, but it would certainly speed up doing these jobs if we had a bigger one, a second bigger one, because we've got the big one now, but there is a modded one that we downloaded that somebody recommended in my comments of the previous video. So yeah, thanks for that. We could get it. The only reason we didn't, I think Daggerwin said this one seemed better value for money, but it sounds like he's potentially going to get that one as well. So anyway, I'm going to head down to this field and we're going to start cultivating that. There we go, another contract completed, so let's collect that. As you saw there, Daggerwin has bought the new cultivator. I think he did sell the old one though, so we've ended up now with 13,200. I don't know whether it was the best decision to buy 2 cultivators. in one episode. But at least now we do get the contracts done very quickly, which is good. So yeah, we certainly won't be spending any more money on cultivators for a while. I think we've spent up on cultivators. Time to save up for the bio baler now, I think. Because I don't think it'll be too many episodes until we do that. Ooh, school bus. Too many school buses on this map. Daggerwin's right behind as well. What chaos. I need to try and avoid that. Oh dear, we seem to have hit rush hour. Right, let's go. So basically, yeah, just driving back to the yard, and then that'll probably be it for today's episode, so I'll see you back there. Here we are back at the yard. Just going to park this up. I'll put it back where Daggerwin puts it, I think. Over in this corner here. Although I've kind of not got much room to manoeuvre here. Yes. Hopefully Daggerwin's not going to come right behind me and block me so I can't turn. Yeah, I'm trying to get over to the other side, but this thing's so long and there's so many other things in the way, it's difficult to manoeuvre it. Yeah, I'm trying to get over behind there, next to the trailer. If I straighten up now, I should be okay. There we go. That's where I want to put it. Right, so that is us done for today. Oh, it looks like that one has to be unfolded before you can drop it. There we go, luckily this one doesn't. I'll just drop this one where it is. Put it out there, drop that down, and that's it for today. So, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.